But we're going to begin with this. DeAndre Swift, let's go to the highlights. And here we go, a little dump-off pass here, guys, and Swift just kind of does the rest.
They have the blitz
in and out,
Kyle. I'm telling you, and they had the right call on. Swift does the rest.
He certainly did. One thing that surprised me, Jackie, was the loud roar here when he scored.
Yeah,
a lot of Lions fans here.
It didn't sound like a hometown crowd, did it?
It did not. And then on the very next kick, the ensuing kickoff, the Lions go for the onside kick. They get it, and they would kick a field goal, and they would lead it 10-0 before the Rams offense even touched the ball. But finally, here we go. Matthew Stafford with his first touchdown pass, 11-yarder to Van Jefferson, and the Rams now down by only 3. Then just before the half, it's Stafford again, this time to Cooper Kupp. The Rams would take the lead at halftime, 17-16, the 300th career touchdown pass for Mr. Stafford, 7th fastest to get there. Then later, Rams add on a 2-point conversion after the Cooper Kupp touchdown. So the Rams are in business once again as they build themselves a 6-point lead after the 2-point conversion. And then this one kind of surprised me. I'll tell you what, the Lions were moving the ball effectively. They were running the ball effectively on the Rams, and then they decided to put it in the hands of Jared Goff, and he threw the interception in the end zone.
A peculiar call, I think, Kyle, in the first place. He gets pressured by Aaron Donald right up the middle, and he's trying to throw into Hutchinson, but that's his favorite target, but not in that situation, not with that coverage. You got to go somewhere else with the football or throw it away.
I'm going to go anywhere else other than where Jalen Ramsey stands. Anywhere, throw it anywhere, man, other than where this guy's standing.
Yeah, but we were talking about that. T.J. Hawkinson, the leading receiver for this Rams team, for this Lions team, and oftentimes today we saw Jalen Ramsey take his cover, and he really shut him down for the most part, and then obviously on the throw to the end zone, he picked it off.
He really did. He was at the right place at the right time, Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. And, Jalen Ramsey has a knack of just getting where the football is going to be thrown, and his instinct is beyond measurable. So, I mean, he can really come up with plays. Aaron Donald does it at the right time as well. And, you saw the Rams at their best at times. And then you saw, them fall asleep at times on special teams. And I think that was a big difference. I mean, I think the Lions came in with a decent plan on the special team side of things.
Well, the biggest thing about that plan was that they wanted to win the football game at all costs. They come out and the trickery we referred to it as, and you heard what Coach McVay said, that we were expecting it, but we just didn't execute.
Yeah.
And I hope that was the case, and the special team coach, D. Camillus, was prepared for those situations, because, they were like, you had to assume that this team is not winning, they haven't won, they're going to try everything that we can think of to beat us, and they did exactly that. And they didn't have answers for it early on, and that ultimately is what put the Rams in the predicament at the end of the game, where they were looking at having to scramble their way out to win it.
All right, why don't we take a look at some of these special teams plays that you're referring to, and there was some that looked awfully surprised here at SoFi Stadium, because they come out after going downfield and getting that opening touchdown, and then ensuing kickoff, they go with the onside kick, and they get it right back.
The element of surprise, Kyle, that's the key, because it's the first kickoff after their first score. Immediately, they run an onside kick. You never would have thought that.
Never would have
Here,
thought
look
that.
at the punters back there to punt the football, throws to his wide receiver. That was probably one of their best. That's not even a wide receiver out
It's
there.
a cornerback. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And here he goes, the fake punt again, and this is a run around left end. And they convert this fourth down play. So, they were heads up, like Jackie said. They were going to pull out all the stops today because they had to do something to try to win this football game.
You know that old saying, right? You fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice,
shame on me. And that's exactly 2 fake punts in the same game, in the same half, in fact.
And
shocking.
That's what Sean McVay was talking about when he said it was disturbing to him that they could have those types of things happen to them. That great football, good football teams don't do that. The other thing that good football teams do a whole lot more of than what the Rams did today was to run the football. I was a little bit, this team was allowing 132 yards a game on the ground. I think the Rams had less than 50.
Yep.
They threw the ball all over the place. And to me, when you do that, you don't get that 5 300-plus pound men involved enough into the game where you can dominate, where you can make play calling decisions based on what those 5 guys are consistently doing.
You always feel like the game needs to be more balanced. You talk about that a lot. I asked you during the game if you wanted to see them running the football more. You said yes, but it looked like Sean McVay was content on throwing the football.
Very content on it, and I can understand it. He's got a trigger man right now that's certainly a lot better than what he had in the past, and he's Cooper Kupp and those guys make plays, so I can understand the temptation of doing that. But I also know in my heart of heart that eventually you're going to need a 4-minute offense. And a 4-minute offense primarily consists of pounding that ball at the line of scrimmage, eating that clock up, and then taking the heart and the will from your opponent. And I haven't seen that yet.
Well, let's talk about Matthew Stafford, the kind of day he had. 28 of 41, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, no mistakes. It was a very efficient day for him, and I mentioned earlier that 300 career passing touchdowns now, 13th player to do that, 7th fastest to do that. What did you see today out of Matthew Stafford?
Well, you mentioned at one point during the game, Kyle, he already has 19 touchdown passes now.
Yeah, he has 19 now, and Jared Goff had 20 all of last season. Yes.
So I think, this is the quality of the type of quarterback he is. But I think, as Jackie mentioned, the coaching staff is tempted to always call these pass plays because of the versatility. You got guys like marvelous Cooper Kupp. I mean, here he runs a corner route. Okay, man on man, you can't cover him single coverage. There's no way. And then, here he throws to Van Jefferson on a nice little fade route. And Van just times it beautifully to go up for the ball. The ball's put at the right position. Sometimes they use a little trickery to get guys open. Here he's going to throw the deep pass again, incomplete. So sometimes you see some of this stuff too. But, this is not a high percentage pass all the time when you're throwing deep. But, when you have this kind of accuracy and that precision over the middle, that's hard to stop. And, as I mentioned, a lot of trickery too. Like you see, on the goal line, they ran a jet flat with Cooper Kupp, and you haven't seen that play. So, again, a new play. They want to get to all their they want to get to all their plays. It seems like they want to just keep running them, and so they have a tendency to get away from the run.
Vinny, twice in this ball game, they were inside the 5, and they threw the ball.
Right.
I mean, don't you think that running the football down in there would be a whole lot more? I mean, you got the point. You scored the points. You got the points. But what about the big guys? I mean, why not let them pound and get some satisfaction of punching holes in the heart of that front and getting that ball in the end? That's an unbelievable feeling for an offensive lineman to plow people off the ball down there on the goal line and get points. And I just feel so badly that they don't get to feel that.
Yeah, you're old school, Jackie, as I am, okay? We like power football. We like that fullback. We like that power set, run off tackle, run the double team, blow out the defensive end. But, sometimes you never get to that position. I mean, because you're not built that way. So you're built more on trickery and deception. And I think that's the reason why they don't line up there and just go after them, Jack.
So much for your trickery.
Well, and you watch the way Matthew Stafford is back there commanding the offense, and he just, he lets the defense dictate where he's going to go with the football, and he spreads it around. And we saw Van Jefferson get much more involved today. There's the stats on Matthew Stafford: 28 of 41, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Quarterback rating of 117.3, and now 19 touchdowns for the season. 19 for the season. Again, that's 1 fewer than Jared Goff had all of last year, and he's got 9 fewer interceptions than he did a year ago.
Banged up too as well. And you mentioned the turnover ratio. That's the key because turnovers make the biggest difference in win and loss. So that's the way it goes.
All right, I'm being told that Aaron Donald is at the podium right now, so let's go there.
Yeah, pressure dialed up.
Hang on a second. No, he is not quite there yet, so we're going to go back to Jackie.
Aaron Donald had an impact play on that last interception. He hit Jared. I mean, Jared had to get rid of that ball. If he doesn't feel Aaron right there, he might have a little bit more time to be able to make that pass.
I know Aaron Donald's your favorite subject, so let's talk about it, Jack.
There it is. Tell me right when you need him.
I watched Aaron Donald almost every snap, and I just sitting on the edge of my seat waiting on him to make that play. And and it's the same thing with Ramsey. I mean, Ramsey locked down to their #1 pass catcher, the guy that they were going to throw the football. It was just a matter of time before he was going to make a play. So the combination of those two guys on that big play right there, you see Aaron right there, boom, hit him right in the ribs as the ball is coming out. He didn't get to step into that throw, and Jalen Ramsey with his hands like glue over there, he intercepts it. That's what you want to see too. John McVay has got to be pleased with the fact, and he said it in his press conference, your big playmakers stepped up and made big plays. And in a crucial time of the game when you really need to have them.
And at a crucial time of the game, Jared Goff needed to step up, and he threw 2 interceptions late in this game. And obviously they knew he was going to throw the football, but they put it in his hands at the very end, and it didn't work out for them.
No, it didn't.
All right. Let's go into the studio now.